morning, lovely people. It is Monday, the 7th of November. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform, the only breakfast show you should be tuning into, the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And of course, you have amazing, amazing hosts. I am one of them, your favourite shade queen, Martin Royalty.
Mr. Rotations, Big Man Use.
It's your girl, Justine, the fitness queen representing the Black Queens.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Always, always. So, guys, this is the surprise we've been talking about for so long. If you don't follow us on social, because I'm here every single day telling people to follow us on socials. And yesterday, we dropped the news. How's your first day going?
Please, I'm shy.
How do you feel?
Do you know what? It's weird, yeah, because I'm nervous, but I'm not nervous. Do you get what I mean?
I get what you mean, yeah.
Because it's completely different to like doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And it's live.
Yeah, it's live.
Damn, girl, you got to get the sleep out your eye.
The sleep out your eye. I'm wondering about what you say.
No, I'm joking.
I think when we first started live, I think we had moments where we forgot it was live, you know?
Really?
A little bit.
Yeah, because we're very used to it not being live as we record.
Okay.
And there's been times it's like, oh, but thankfully it hasn't been anything crazy.
Not while we're live now.
Nah,
No, at all,
which is
really.
great. No pressure, of course, but
Yeah.
Well, how's everyone's weekend?
Yeah, it's all right,
Cool.
man.
Cool, uneventful.
I'm so glad to have a woman here because they don't give me
They don't
much.
give you-
They
no.
don't. They're just like, yeah.
How was your weekend, guys? What
Like,
did you get up to?
Wow.
Wow.
Do you know how was your weekend?
It was fabulous. I took my first official Gymshark class.
amazing.
So that was great.
How was it?
Yeah, it was really good.
That's good.
Yeah, it was
I saw
really
you
good.
posting throwbacks as well, but like a year ago.
Literally yesterday was exactly a year since the first one I done.
Look at God.
I know it was weird.
That's amazing.
And it was because people were sending me, you know, like on Snapchat and stuff, you get the 1 year.
Oh, the memories. Oh,
Memories.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, wait, this was actually like a year on the same day. Like crazy.
It's actually amazing.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Love to see it. But yeah, my weekend was good as well. I just brunched all week. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes. I saw.
Is it your what part? Okay. Is it your kidney or liver that suffers from alcohol?
It's your liver.
It's your liver.
Liver.
That's why you're laughing.
It's your liver.
Yeah, I've been brunch. All I've done this weekend is eat and
Drink.
It's ridiculous. It's not. This ain't it for me.
Was there any, like, was it a celebration or you just.
No, it was just okay. Well, actually, no. So I met my cousin Georgette. Big up Georgette. That was just us linking up, and she wanted to spoil me, and she's just a babe, a right babe. And then yesterday was for a queer's birthday.
Okay.
So that was also a bottomless brunch, and wow, like so the one with Georgette. When I woke up on Sunday, like I randomly woke up at like 2 a.m. I said, yeah, this ain't it, because I could feel the alcohol in my system. Like I wasn't drunk or anything, but alcohol feels like actual poison to me. It sounds weird, but my body's like. I was just like, yeah, this is not it.
Maybe
then
you
I went
shouldn't
again.
drink.
I think that is the right solution.
Yeah, I think your body's telling you.
It is definitely telling me. And I'm also allergic to vodka.
Really?
Yeah, so when I drink vodka, I get like hives, like kind
Okay.
of red rashes all over my arms and stuff. It's weird. But so I just don't drink vodka.
Okay.
I had tequila mimosas yesterday. Banging. Absolutely banging. My head is definitely playing tricks on me this morning, but it's banging.
We move.
It was worth it. All right, are we ready to get into the show?
Yeah, pretty
Everyone
much.
good to go?
Let's go.
Let's get into our first headlines. That's why Boris Johnson pulled out. So it turns out the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson may have pulled out of the race to become Prime Minister for reasons other than the obvious, according to informed sources in the entertainment industry, who believe financial considerations played a part in his decision. They claim Boris Johnson would have forfeited earnings of at least £10 million a year from speeches and sales of his memoirs if he had fought a leadership battle against Rishi Sunak and lost. Since he resigned in July, Johnson is known to have been in talks with entertainment and talent agencies, including Endeavour, run by US businessman Ari Emanuel, and Harry Walker Agency, one of its subsidiaries. HWAs, that's Harry Walker's agency, include Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Serena Williams. Johnson's earning potential is said by some of those he had been in talks with before Liz Truss's resignation to have been put at about £20 million a year. £20 million a year. So most Tories, including Johnson's supporters, believe the main reason behind his withdrawal from the contest to replace Truss a fortnight ago was that he was being told he risked destroying the Tory party and his reputation with it. However, some of his allies were surprised and felt let down by his decision. One senior Tory figure said, there were a lot of people upset with Boris. They'd backed him publicly only to see him pull out at the last minute. They didn't understand why. Their confusion deepened on Friday when Sir Graham Brady, chair of the 1922... That's right? 20. Yeah. Sorry, it just sounded weird. Sound like it should be 2023. Sorry. But yes, the 1922 Committee of Conservative Backbenchers made it clear that Johnson had definitely received enough nominations, the backing of at least 100 MPs, to proceed to a final indicative vote of MPs and then a ballot of the 170,000 or so party members who'd had the final say. At the time, some doubted he had got close to 100. The Observer had been told that people associated with Ari Emanuel made it clear to Johnson that had he lost against Sunak, his appeal to global audiences and therefore a good deal of his earning power would disappear. It is understood that the talent industry believed his value would have dropped by at least half. Saturday night, a spokesman for Johnson said financial reasons played no part whatsoever in his decision and were totally irrelevant. The spokesman repeated what the former Prime Minister said in a statement when he withdrew. In it, Johnson said he had sadly come to the conclusion that taking the fight to the membership would simply not be the right thing to do. You can't govern effectively unless you have a united party in Parliament.
Interesting.
Did I hear
I rate it.
Ari Emmanuel's name?
Interesting, isn't it? Okay.
Oh, we all have black on.
That's right.
The new black, really. Wow. Love it.
That's crazy.
10
All right.
million.
Do you know what? I'll be honest, I rate it. Because then, I rate it. I would drop out of something like that. If I've already had a run at it, and people don't really like you anyway, you might as well.
He's protecting his coins.
You got to.
Exactly.
I don't know who's trying to pay 20 million a year
You'd be surprised, man.
to hear that man speak.
They will make more money after when they leave office.
Doing what though? Because you don't really hear them. You don't see them in the news.
But have you seen how like a lot of them, well, not a lot of them, but like they're trying to be celebrities?
But you never really see them though.
True.
Because what's David Cameron doing?
Speeches.
Like, who are they
We're
talking
just not
to?
tuned in, probably.
But I want to know who they're talking to. Like, are they really hosting like seminars and stuff like that?
Probably. I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
be
look into
surprised
this.
though.
I'm going to look into it and I'm going to come back to the team with some findings. So the next bit of news is about the Lib Dem leader, Davey, who says the Tories betrayed the British people. So Liberal Democrats leader, Sir Ed Davey, said political infighting in the Tory party during the cost of living crisis is a betrayal of the British people. Sir Ed said the Conservatives had used people as playthings. That sounds dirty. During a it's nasty. During a tumultuous summer that saw 3 prime ministers in 2 months, he said, the faces at the top may change, but all the same problems remain. Calling for a general election, Sir Ed said his party would end the chaos. In a speech to Lib Dem party members, Sir Ed said the Conservatives almost bankrupted Britain with unfunded tax cuts for the super wealthy. As I'm sure we all know, former Chancellor Kwesi Kwarteng was forced to scrap much of his mini budget after it spooked financial markets. In the days after the statement on the 23rd of September, the pound fell to historic lows against the dollar and the cost of government borrowing increased. Referring to those events, Sir Ed said, instead of tackling the cost of living crisis seriously, they chose to treat the British economy as their own personal playground, using people as playthings in their reckless game of fantasy economics. Over the past week, the party has announced a series of new policies, including offering struggling homeowners a £300 a month grant to pay off mortgages. He said the Lib Dems plan is about innovation, investment, trade and people. Liberal Democrats are leading the charge for new defences for Britain. We must fortify our nation, not just with troops and submarines, but with wind turbines, solar panels and tidal power. And we must insulate every home, not just from the cold, but from the cost of Britain's gas war. So I feel like he's part of the Insulate Britain, isn't he? If he's done all of that. It's giving energy. All right. Well, let's get into our topic of the day. What you saying?
again, like most of the questions on the topic of the day, yeah, you can answer it in whatever way you feel. First, broadly. Yeah, so let's get into it. So this question is there something you realistically could do today that could improve your life?
I could be rich. I could be a millionaire. That would definitely improve my life. I could improve your life.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for me, I could fix my sleeping pattern.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if I fix my sleeping pattern, it allow me to be more productive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys?
I'm trying to have a little think.
What could I do? I think, okay, I'm always working on discipline, but I think if I was a bit more disciplined, it would help.
Okay.
Because I've been procrastinating and taking naps when things get too stressful.
I hear it.
So you wake up to the same predicament?
Yeah, but you know what it is? Honestly, when you're very overwhelmed with problems and you nap, it makes things easier. So when I wake up, the problems are still there, but I'm like ready to go at the problems. Do you get me? And I can't be tired and face it. It's too many struggles.
Okay.
A nap really helps. Maybe
Yeah.
I've just convinced myself it does.
I'm a napper.
Yeah, I love a nap.
Yeah, I would say less procrastination, more discipline, better sleeping, making better decisions, informed decisions. There's a lot. You can look at it in a big big grand way, or you can look at it at little things in it. But those are probably a few small things.
Okay.
Why is everyone looking at me for?
You're next.
You see what it is, yeah? I don't know. I have to think about it, yeah? But you ain't even thinking straight, yeah? Because,
Here we go.
no, because even like upon self-reflection and these things, yeah? If you're going to have this conversation and there's things that you can actually do, yeah?
Why am I doing it?
Why are you doing them?
No, but the thing is,
We're going to point out these little things that you could do that's definitely going to improve your life. Wait, and we're not doing them. This is crazy.
I think it's easier said than done. Though.
Exactly.
And to be fair, with me, with the sleeping stuff, I actually try. Like, I actually try.
Yeah,
I don't always get it right. The thing is, I'm not completely consistent in it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not completely ignoring it. Does that make sense? So I feel like I'm like at the halfway house.
What could I do? See, this is why I'm scared to say it, because if
No, say it.
no, I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to think, because if once I get it, yeah, then why ain't
Why
I
are you
doing
doing
it?
it?
Yeah, but
But
that's
we
good. That's
can
the
hold
first
you
step.
accountable then.
Yeah, exactly.
Then moving forward, you can actually actively try and fix it.
Because literally, that is my follow-up question.
Don't be scared.
And then don't be scared.
Speak your truth.
I just have to probably stop being so nice to people.
Okay, you can. Sorry. Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, I had a feeling that you weren't going to have anything to say because you're going to be like, well, it's me. I'm me. Like, don't be silly. What kind of question is that?
No,
But,
I couldn't say that because my life could do with something brewing. But
Yeah, you never couldn't have said that. There's another reason why you couldn't have said that.
what's that
She was
reason?
late this morning, so you couldn't have said you were perfect.
Oh yeah, but that was my fault.
I wouldn't have let that slide.
That was my fault though.
So you could work on accountability. That's
Yes,
What could improve my life? That's what I'm saying. This is proper annoying because now I'm gonna have to. That means we have to like. You get me?
really reflect on it.
Yeah. Just, yeah, probably. Did you say less procrastinating?
Yeah.
That would probably improve my life.
You procrastinate though.
I think I do. Yeah, I think because I think things through a lot, and I'm like before I make the decisions, they're up here like for ages.
Really?
Yeah, like for long before I move on them. Like I know what I'm gonna do. I don't know why sometimes it takes me long to get up and go in.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is as well. It's just too set in my ways. Like I had the idea long before I
Yeah.
move. Like I know what I'm gonna do, and then I play it out and stuff like that, and then I move on it. Sometimes it's probably better to just go.
Act.
You get me? Maybe that can help.
So what? I guess my follow-up question would be, how valuable is your life to you?
Sorry, what?
How valuable
So what?
is your life to you?
Come again.
No one here is going to be like,
It's not that valuable.
No,
If,
the reason why
anyone
I'm
who says
saying
not
that-
valuable, we need to have a meeting after this. Cameras go off.
Alright, the reason why I'm saying that is, if I gave you £1 million today,
yeah.
would you fix your sleep pattern?
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
I'll
That's
probably
it.
do it for less. To be honest.
So the 100K and I'll go.
So why?
Small
So if
100.
you could do it for like, let's just say 100K, yeah. What are you saying? How much is your life worth then? You know what I'm saying?
I'll do
Is
it.
it really?
It is. Do you know what? Like I said, yeah, I'm halfway. I'm in between. Do you get what I mean?
But
So
we-
I'm actively trying, but I could be better. But yes,
But you get what I'm saying? Because would you
I get it. I
actively
get
try
it. No,
for
you're
100K?
right. And obviously, the thing with money is always a great incentive, isn't it?
There you go.
So, yeah.
What about you, Esther? Would 100K make your discipline A1?
Absolutely, but not like a one-off 100K. Obviously, the Nigerian in me.
I'm dead.
It's got to be a rolling. If it's, it's rolling every 2 months or every month or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. But it's what Gina said earlier where it's not that you're not trying to do these things. Do you get what I mean? Like, because I do make the steps to be disciplined. I know I'm not as disciplined as I want to be, but I'm also I don't lack as much discipline as I used to. Do you get what I mean? So it's not just relating that to the value of my life. My life is very valuable and I'll be trying. It's just hard sometimes.
Because there's bare things in life, yeah, that we try to do that we could just do. And we
Debatable.
Just say, debatable?
Yeah, because sometimes the circumstances don't allow you to just do.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay,
it
give me an
doesn't wo-
example.
Okay.
There's a lot of psychological things that prevent you from doing what you want to do in it. It could
Okay.
be fear, it could be anxiety, it could be worry, it could be doubt. It's not as easy as why aren't you doing it? There's a reason why you're not doing it. And it's not like you're not trying to do it.
Yeah.
You're trying to do it, but you're not perfect at it. Do you know what I mean?
But are those reasons for not doing it legitimate reasons? Good enough reasons?
I believe so.
That's
Whoever-
worth holding your life back, potentially. Because in
Yeah,
effect,
but
that's what's happening.
I don't think the person is happy that these are the reasons that.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to say, so they're the reasons. Whether or not they're good or bad, those are the reasons.
The reason why I say that is because, like I was saying before, if there's an incentive, let's just
Yeah.
say it's monetary, yeah?
Yeah.
Could that person break through that barrier?
Maybe, maybe not.
I feel like most people would. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this, yeah? So let's just say, using Esther's example of discipline, yeah? If, for example, 100K could do the job, yeah? My question would be, if you was to fix discipline in your life, the things that would come from that, yeah, financially, are those things worth more than 100K?
Do you know what it is as well? It's what you said as well, because you could offer me money to be more disciplined, but when there's certain things where it's a mental thing that kind of holds you, there's a psychology behind it that holds you back. So as much as you can offer me money and I might respond to it in that moment, yes. However, that mental barrier, if I don't deal with that properly, that's going to show up, even with the 100K on the line.
Okay, give
Do
me
you
an
get me?
example. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because if 100K can make you break down like that first barrier, right, or kick through the door, whatever,
Yeah.
that's still a barrier that you wasn't able to get through without the 100K. You're still trying. You're still trying to find ways to get through. Oh, one day I'm going to do this, or I need this and I need that. But 100K automatically made all those things go away.
Okay.
And the doors vanished.
Okay, I've got a good example actually. Sorry. So say for example, someone wants to go to the gym, yeah?
Yeah.
This is someone who is dealing with like depression, for example. To get out of bed in the morning, it's like it's a struggle. You can offer them 100K, it's like, okay, I'll go. And they might be going. However, because that mental thing hasn't been dealt with, it's going to show up. It's going to show up again.
Are you saying it's going to show up in terms of how the output in the gym? Or are you going to
No,
say
even
it's
just
gonna
being able
prevent
to get
you?
to the gym.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Where yes, incentives can help get you up in that moment. However, unless you deal with the root cause of why it is that you weren't doing what you're meant to be doing anyway, that is gonna show up again, because it doesn't matter how much. At one point, it's just gonna be it's 100K. Do you get what I mean? So you might have to raise the stakes again for me to get back into it again, because if I still haven't dealt with what I need to deal with to help me keep going.
I guess there's always going to be, exceptions to the rule, right?
Yeah.
So, like, depression, I guess, is not everybody's reality, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say regular folk, right? They would still benefit from that 100K incentive, right? And so I guess it kind of boils back to the same question. Why is it money can motivate us to do certain things that we should be able to do for ourselves? Especially if we were to fix that particular barrier in our lives, we could potentially earn more than 100K.
I just think these things are hard.
Because we're just motivated by incentives. I don't even think it has to be money. It could be anything. Do you get what I mean? Just generally, anything that is an incentive is what we're going to go for. It's like, You can go to even if you're going to like a venue or whatever, and it's like bottomless between whatever.
Yeah.
That's not money, but it's an incentive to go and get free drink. You're going there
And to
before
be
that
on
time.
time.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think just as humans, we're very like, give us an incentive, we're there.
Yeah, human beings need motivation, innit? So they're incentivized
Yeah.
and they're motivated by incentives. If there's a reward at the end of this tunnel, then that's more reason for me to go and get it.
Yeah. And I think even with that, you kind of need to refresh the rewards.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the rewards becomes, it's not as special anymore as it was at the start. If that makes sense.
Do you feel like that kind of applies to all areas of life?
Yeah.
As in be motivated by...
Incentives.
I think it depends on your character type. Some people don't necessarily, some people don't necessarily need the incentive. They got that kind of determination, where like the end goal is
it's what pushes
the
them.
incentive. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I think it's because everybody's different. So
And incentives come in different forms. Like you said, the end goal, like for example, the gym thing, you don't get paid to go gym. The end goal is what you want out of the gym. Your physique, your fitness, your health, whatever. So that's the incentive, not money.
So I guess, like, obviously in life, right, just in terms of achieving our goals and whatnot, we have to interact with people from different worlds, right, and whatnot, depending on obviously what the goal is. Do you believe in perhaps creating incentives for people to get the best out of them, and then to I guess, work with you?
it's done like workplaces and stuff do that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, like in your own personal lives, in all of your individual endeavors, do you guys ever think, you know what, let me try and create an incentive situation here with this particular person so I can get what I want? And if you don't, why not? Why don't you?
With the person or with like life goals? Which I don't understand the question.
With a particular person.
I don't get it.
What do you mean? So like, for example, just say I want my friend to drop me somewhere. I'll pay you to drop me somewhere, as opposed to just do it because you're my friend.
Yeah.
I guess you can.
Because even if it wasn't your friend, right?
Yeah.
If we're talking about incentives now, right? You could potentially ask somebody, beg them even, but if there's nothing to gain out of it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But if you were to pay them now,
Yeah.
so I guess in life, in those situations where you kind of would want discounts, right? Or you want a freebie, do you ever think to yourself, I just want this thing effectively and efficiently right now, let me just pay? Or let me offer some other type of
for sure.
incentive? Do you do that in all areas of life?
It's hard to say right now. I don't think I do it in all areas of life. It depends on the person, depends on the circumstance, what I'm asking them. If I feel like what I'm asking them is within our contract with being friends and I don't have to incentivize you, then fair enough. If I feel like what I'm asking you is maybe out of the blue, maybe it's going to stretch you, maybe it's inconvenience you, then I might incentivize you because I know this is inconvenience for you. Oh,
Okay.
I beg you drop me to the airport at 3 a.m. You got work in the morning. Oh, I can't do it. I'll give you £100 because I know that they're inconvenience themselves to help me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. If I think about it, I don't think I do that. But I can see how it can be beneficial to getting certain things done. But I think, it just depends on like your relationship with people. To be fair though, I incentivize my sister because Lord knows I know what she's like. So with certain things, it's like I have to not bribe her, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that like if I want a favor, I'm gonna do something for her, so she knows that like. If I come and ask her, I'll be like, but do you remember? Do you know what I mean? I'm being strategic.
Okay,
So she doesn't know at the time when I'm offering to do something for her, it's because
But it's in the bank.
it's in the bank because I'm going to come and use it later.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So now she knows.
Well, damn.
What about you guys?
I really think, I think it depends on the relationships with people. I think maybe my sister, but that's because I know that I'm kind of inconveniencing her, for example. So say she goes out and I'm like, oh, would you mind stopping in Tesco for me? Then I'll be like, if you need something, I'll buy it. Because I know she's going out of her way. But typically my relationships, I don't have to put up an incentive just because if people ask me, I would as well. And then I don't think in relationships I do, you know. I think if I know it's an inconvenience, then I will make it worth your while because it's an inconvenience. I will see what I can do to help in that situation. But other than that, no, not intentionally anyway.
Okay. I guess what I'm kind of getting at is, do you feel like there's certain things, because in the beginning we kind of all was saying there are certain things that we could do realistically right now to improve our lives, yeah. obviously I spoke about the value of our lives, right? And I guess I'm trying to see is, what are we doing right now to kind of get the most out of life? Thinking to yourself, yeah, I've only got one life, right? Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just
You got one life.
taking the words
What
in.
are you doing right now to ensure you get the most out of life? And if you ain't doing it, what's stopping you? Thinking that you've got one life.
This is deep for a Monday morning, boy. I'm still half asleep. Let's give him therapy. Damn. All right. No one at once, guys.
Matter of
We
fact,
thought you was leading.
you answer the question first.
That's for you. Don't do that.
I'll answer after you. Look.
No, answer the
I'm
question.
posing the question.
I think I'm doing everything I can to give myself the life that I think, that I want.
Okay.
In different areas. I'm working on things that I know will help me evolve into the woman I want to be. I think I'm taking the right steps. Obviously, some things can be better, but again, I just feel like with certain things, if it could be better, it would be better. There's barriers there, but they won't always be there. So, taking it one day at a time. Really, can't come and kill myself. Yeah,
Those particular barriers, do they rely on other people?
because life just threw them at me. It was not my doing. It's life. It's just life. It was thrown at me. Yes, I'm just trying to get the mess off my face.
Okay.
You could just take it one day at a time, man. How do you live life to the fullest? Like, obviously people say it and all that, but
How do you really?
I think that probably presents different for everybody as well. You know what I'm trying to say? Because we like different things. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe it's just like, I don't know, just living in the moment, not being afraid to take risks, not holding yourself back, not doing things, like not just trying to get through life and not have any regrets. Really. Regrets in the sense of things that you would have missed out on or things that you should have done that you know you could have. You get me?
Yeah.
And then to sit down and just do the shoulda, coulda, woulda thing for no reason. Maybe that kind of stuff. You get me? It's just like live in the moment and just. I think that's the most you can really
That's
do.
really yeah.
Do you feel? Have you ever done something, right, or rather not done something, that after a certain amount of time you realised, like, there's actual proof that, you know what, if I did this, my life would be better, and I hate the fact that I didn't do this. It's clear to you.
Nah.
Okay.
Not clear like that. It's still.
It's still like a maybe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still up to chance. It could have, or would have. There's nothing I could look at and say like guaranteed if I done this, then I would have been. Or maybe buy some crypto. My brother told me to. You get all them years ago when he was talking to me about crypto. Shut up, man. Crypto. Shit, you get me? Maybe it's that. That, and even then it was coming back down now anyway. So. I can't think of anything like guaranteed. Because that would annoy me.
Yeah, that would irritate the heck out of me.
Yeah. And I guess my follow-up question would be, like, if that was the case, do you kind of have your senses kind of like looking for opportunities? Or do you feel like you just like react to an opportunity when you see one, when it presents itself?
That's probably what people do more. I think most, or I don't know, but I would assume, yeah, like the majority of like super successful people make their own opportunities rather than just react to opportunities that are given to them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I think most people just react to opportunities that are given to them and see where they're going. But I think the goal should be to be able to like to point them out and see them and create them. You get me? Because then you're in control of your situation. If you're just reacting to stuff, you don't know what you're reacting to. Whether it could be good or bad. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you just got to react to it. You get me? I think you should be trying to do everything you can to put yourself in a position to succeed all the time. You get me? So that's what I try to do.
Makes sense. What about you, Brent? For the question over to you. In fact, let me ask the first question again to you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Which is there something in your life that you could do realistically today, right, that could improve your life?
Okay.
And if yes, what is stopping you?
Sorry, Esther.
No, sorry, it's just the silence was killing me.
I give me a couple of minutes. Let's swing it back over to you. You answer, and I'll get back to me.
Yeah, because Brendan's doing a lot of production over there, boy.
I am.
Screen is
And your friends are back, by the way.
yeah,
What friend?
yeah.
I don't even know.
My friends in comments.
He's leading a petition for you to get sacked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Live.
Oh dear. Not
She's
live.
rallying the troops. She's rallying the
Raw.
They've got you. They're trade union coming out against you.
What's going on? Who wants you sacked?
Easy, wasn't it?
Who's looking at now?
Or is it?
Did we send you the
At
link?
the end, I'm gonna
Okay.
show you how to basically do it.
All right, cool.
Let me see.
Thank you.
This is what they do, man. Anyway.
So I'm screaming. Someone said this. They feel like this conversation is your way of promoting veganism.
I'm done.
So it says somehow she can feel it coming.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. I don't necessarily think veganism is the most healthiest way for
No.
everybody
Yeah.
at all. You know what I'm saying? I just think for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I don't think I pushed any type of agenda on this show.
Please. It's less than 24 hours since I went to church. I can't lie yet. Please just answer the question.
Wait, what did you do on Friday?
I don't know, you know.
Oh, I know. I know. It was his birthday on Friday.
Yeah.
And I was sitting here cussing Drake because he did the bar about Tory shooting Meghan.
Yeah.
And I think it was that.
Okay. Apparently, there's another stallion that he could have been talking about.
Story. It's not. He knows what he was in.
Okay. So,
Okay.
as you were.
Okay, so what was I saying?
So you're answering the questions as well.
Okay, so I think being better organized and prioritizing things better, I think that could definitely improve my life and improve on the output considerably. I know Brent is there thinking,
You're damn right.
because I know I give this guy a headache all the time. But yeah, I think definitely just prioritizing certain things better. Actually, not just saying things, but actually actively putting certain things in a particular way and prioritizing things, moving them about and acted on it. I feel like those little basic things are certain things that, like Margs was saying, successful people do on a day-to-day. There's so many things that I think regular folk, forgive my language, but regular folk kind of take for granted that rich, successful people do on a day-to-day, and they won't start the day without doing it. And there's a reason why they get the particular results they get. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something. And some of the stuff that kind of holds me back, again, is kind of what Yusuf was saying as well, and I think everybody was saying, procrastination. Like, I would think over something like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? and certain times, it really just amounts to the same result. So the only thing that was wasted was time. And that's the most precious commodity for all human beings. So it's like, what did you really gain from this? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think those are the main things that if I could do today, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's anything stopping me from doing it today, could drastically improve my life.
Do you think that?
So I will start today.
Okay.
100%.
I was going to link that to the value question as well that you posed to us.
Mhm.
Do you feel like how do you think your life is valuable?
I think my life is very valuable to me. But at the same time, I would ask myself,
Yeah.
am I actually true in that estimation? Because if 100K could incentivize me to do a
Yeah.
particular thing, and I couldn't do it of my own free will,
Yeah.
then obviously my life is not worth 100K. That's just the conclusion I would draw if
Yeah.
I'm being realistic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, that's it. But I think Danielle kind of in the chat made a good point that financial incentives only last for so long.
It does, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously that number would have to increase. You know what I'm saying? Or just something else, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I think these type of questions are kind of important because I feel like sometimes you could just sit there and just waste your life away, man. And what did you really gain? You didn't gain nothing. The world didn't gain nothing. But yeah,
Is everyone trying to make the world gain stuff from their life?
that's a very good question.
Or do you care if the world gains something from your life?
I think the world's just gonna gain just from my presence.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yeah, it's on
So-
brand for you, yeah.
Huh? So that's why I'm trying to do this service to the world to get me put myself
I
out
do this
there.
for y'all.
I'm doing this for y'all, baby.
I get
You
it.
get me? Because it's a better place with me, innit? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I care about.
You're such a character. Is it?
Sorry, you asked
So, do you care if the world gains from you being here?
the world in its entirety, no. But those close to me, yeah. My family, friends, listeners,
Yeah.
people who are aware of my presence and my endeavours and the things I do, yes. But the world at
World.
large, no. I don't have, if that's a consequence of my life, then that I affect the world, then fair enough. But
Yeah.
it will just be my immediate or out immediate circles.
Exactly, yeah. I feel you. Do you know?
I believe my purpose on this earth is to serve anyway. So I
Yeah.
feel like in all the stuff that I do, I'm serving people.
Yeah.
And I guess my main thing is my community. Do you get what I mean? So not the world in particular, but
Yeah.
definitely my community.
You want to make the world a better place. You're trying to make the world a fitter place.
I am.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's better. Fit is better. I'd love to see it.
Small,
Okay.
1 calorie at a time.
That's it.
That's right. That is right. Okay. Brendan, do you want to answer the question? The initial one. You forgot, didn't you? Should we leave you, Brent? No, because I feel bad because you're doing a lot.
Thank you.
Okay.
The most immediate thing I could do is to hit the gym today. I haven't been to the gym in a week, and 100% it can make my life better. Man, I couldn't hit it last week because I had
TDA?
steroid in my. Oh, you're not hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you a bit better.
How about now?
Yeah, it's
All right, yeah. I had a steroid injection in my hand, my shoulder, and I was told to rest for 5 to 7 days. So, yeah.
How?
And
You
so
should
you
have
rest 1
worked
minute.
out with the steroids in there.
No, it's not those type of steroids.
Huh?
It's not those type of steroids.
Oh,
It's an anti-inflammatory, and it was in my tendons, so it kind of weakened it.
okay, fair enough. I'm with you now.
Oh, are you okay? Are you okay
Is that what
today?
they call it, Brent?
Yeah. I'm not
Okay,
juiced.
it's not testosterone, yeah?
Nope.
TRT and that.
I don't get it.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that means.
Man, you joke.
All right, cool.
Okay, that's it. All right. Well, let's get into our next headlines. It's basically warning the residents that they may need to evacuate the city if there is a blackout. So the mayor of Kyiv, former boxing heavyweight champion, Vitaly, same thing, has told residents to be prepared to leave the city if there is a total loss of power. In recent weeks, millions of Ukrainians have intermittently been left without electricity and water as Russian airstrikes target vital infrastructure. Rolling power cuts are also in place to avoid overloads and to allow for repairs. Some 40% of Ukraine's energy system has been damaged or destroyed by Russian attacks on power plants and lines. Another city official has warned that in the case of a total blackout, water supply and sewage would also stop working. The Geneva Conventions, which outline humanitarian standards for treatment in war, state that attacks should not be carried out against civilian objects. Speaking on Ukrainian television, the mayor branded Russia's targeting of infrastructure as terrorism and genocide. He said Russian President Vladimir Putin doesn't need us Ukrainians. He needs territory. He needs Ukraine without us. That's why everything that is happening now strikes on infrastructure is genocide. His task is for us to die, to freeze or to make us flee our land so that he can have it. That's horrible.
Yeah,
That's
sad, man.
And then the next bit of news is about Italy, and they refuse to allow migrants to disembark rescue boats.
Hey. I'm only playing. I don't know why I've done that.
I don't know. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You're definitely for upper class. All right, so a migrant rescue ship is refusing to leave an Italian port after authorities prevented 35 men from disembarking. Children and people with medical issues were allowed to leave the Humanity 1 in Sicily after it spent 2 weeks requesting port access. 2 other rescue boats remain at sea. The new Italian Prime Minister, Giorgio Meloni, has promised to crack down on migrants travelling across the Mediterranean from North Africa. Italy is one of the main entry ports into Europe, and since the start of the year, 85,000 migrants have arrived on boats, according to the United Nations. Many of the migrants set sail in small boats and are rescued by charity vessels during their journey. In total, 144 people were allowed to disembark the Humanity One, which sails under a German flag on Sunday morning. Italian Interior Minister Matteo Piantedosi said those who did not qualify as vulnerable would have to leave Italian waters and should be taken care of by the flag states. However, SOS Humanity, the German charity that operates the ship, has said the ship's captain is refusing to leave the port in Catania until all survivors rescued from distress at sea have been disembarked. In a series of tweets, the charity added that the law of the sea obliges him, the captain, to bring all those rescued from distress to a safe place. Survivors have the right to an individual protection check, which can only be done on land. Rejecting the 35 people seeking protection aboard Humanity One from territorial waters is a form of collective refusal and is therefore illegal. Humanitarian groups and 2 Italian politicians have travelled to Sicily to protest against the process.
Do you feel like Italy are bad for it though?
Nah, man. I'll be honest with you. I think people need to, if everybody was just allowed to go anywhere at any point, of course, I understand people are struggling and all that. I get it. However, there needs to be some form of regulations to these things. Otherwise, bedlam.
What about you guys?
No, I agree. I feel like there has to be boundaries or things put in place. Otherwise, it's going to be like chaos.
Okay.
It's a shame, but got to do what they got to do. Do what they got to do.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, let's get into Word and Road. Well, not a bit. Sad news. So Aaron Carter, the musician.
Is that a blonde boy?
He's
Is
a
that
blonde
what?
boy.
Who?
Is that Nick Carter? Or something?
No, that's his younger
Nick
brother.
Carter's his brother.
This is Nick Carter's younger brother.
Younger brother, yeah.
So he's the blonde guy.
Yeah, blonde you say?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
both
Oh,
blonde,
yeah,
no?
yeah. Yeah, I think they're both blonde.
They're
Yeah,
both blonde.
they're both blonde.
Yeah, just checking.
Yeah. So he sadly passed away on Saturday. He was found dead at home. Just very sad news. He was only 34 years old as well. It appears that he was that kind of like dealing with like mental health situation. So the authorities aren't really treating the death as a like foul play or anything suspicious, just because of the circumstances in which it was found. I don't really want to say, it's a bit triggering, but so his brother as well. So currently, Backstreet Boys, they are doing a tour in London, and they kind of did a tribute to him on stage, and obviously his brother, broke down, very sad, but he also put a message. So he says, so this was on Instagram. He said, "My heart is broken. Even though my brother and I have had a complicated relationship, my love for him has never ever faded. I have always held on to the hope that he would somehow, someday, want to walk a healthy path and eventually find the help that he so desperately needed. Sometimes we want to blame someone or something for a loss, but the truth is that addiction and mental illness is the real villain here. I will miss my brother more than anyone will ever know. I love you, cheers. Now you can finally have the peace you could never find here on earth. I love you, baby brother." And then his sister as well, Angel, she said, "To my twin, I loved you beyond measure. You will be missed dearly. My funny, sweet Aaron, I have so many memories of you and I promise to cherish them. I know you're at peace now. I will carry you with me until the day I die and get to see you again." And his fiance as well. So he's got a fiance and they've got a kid together. And she just basically talked about how, of course, like, he'll be missed and everything, and it's going to be difficult raising, a child by herself. And then back in the day when he was much younger, he dated Hilary Duff. And she also put out a post and she said, "For Aaron, I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent." Learned that word this morning. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply. Sending love to your family at this time. Rest easy. So yeah, just sad news. People passing away is never really good, is it? And then my next bit of news is Mel B is engaged.
To whom's, please?
Do you know what it is? I love women who just stay getting engaged and stay getting married. I absolutely love it. So she's engaged to a boyfriend of 3 years. His name is Rory McPhee. And he proposed with a nice ring, 100K diamond ring. And yeah, so I love it. I love this. I just love women who just get up and just go and on to the next marriage and let's collect these rings. But yeah, I love it. It's a great movement. But yeah, so congratulations to her. And she talks about how, you know, he's really nice. Obviously, the good, you know, person in her life and blah, blah. And also like the Spice Girls approve of him and they were very happy about the news and all that good stuff. So yeah, congratulations to them. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations, yeah.
That's it, really. That's all one can really say. But yeah.
What number is this? Just out of curiosity.
This is her third marriage.
Oh, really? I thought it was more.
Fourth. After a while, you just stop counting certain people. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I know she's got 3 kids. I think this might be her third marriage.
Okay.
Is it 3 different guys?
Yeah. I know Eddie Murphy is one of them.
Yeah, and the one was her dancer.
Yeah, one of them was her first
Like,
one
her
was
first
a
one
dancer.
was a dancer, innit?
Yeah. And then Eddie, and then recently her last husband was
Okay.
for the last child. And then yeah. So big up Mel B, man.
Well,
Back to the streets. Absolutely love it. Also, so Elon Musk, your friend. So obviously he's got Twitter now and he's been doing a lot over the weekend or whatever. But I just thought this was very, very funny. So he's basically suspended Kathy Griffin's account. Like she's gone. So basically, you can get your account suspended if you impersonate somebody else. So on her page, you see how you have your name, like not your app, just a name on your account.
Yeah.
She had Elon Musk. And so she got
I'm done.
and she got basically, yeah, it just got taken off basically. So
Well, that's what it's for.
second,
That's what it's for.
why she got suspended.
Yeah.
So basically, he tweeted like a few hours before she did all that. He says, going forward, actually no. might have
Oh,
been
she
around
was
the same
being a
time.
troll.
Yeah, so she was trolling. Yeah, she was trolling.
Right,
Yeah.
So he made an example of her.
Yes, because
Got
there's
it.
and also someone else who's done it. The person's not. I don't know the person. I don't think the person's famous, but their account has been suspended as well. So he actually tweeted. He said, going forward, any Twitter handles engaging in impersonation without clearly specifying parody will be permanently suspended. So she didn't. She just said, it was just Elon Musk.
Well, she changed it after he said that.
I reckon so, because his tweets were like 8 hours, and then reports then showed that she was got basically. So then he says, previously we issued a warning before suspension, but now that we are rolling out widespread verification, there will be no warning. This will be clearly identified as a condition for signing up to Twitter Blue. Any name change at all will cause temporary loss of verified checkmark. And then he said that basically she was suspended for impersonating a comedian, because she went on another platform talking about how, you know, he's suspended her account and blah, blah, and he's trying to make jokes, and she's happy that she rattled him like that. And then how he's trying to be funny. So he then said, no, she got suspended for impersonating a comedian. I suppose he thinks he's the comedian. And he said if she really wants her account, she can have it back for $8.
So you say he's trying to clean
So
up.
cheeky.
Have you heard anything about? Because it obviously sounds like he's trying to clean up them Twitter streets.
No, he is, because he fired people.
Yeah, but what about the community guidelines? He's not changing those or anything.
He might do, because he's trying to make Twitter the. Why are you worried about that? Okay.
Because Twitter porn's elite. I don't want him to. I don't want him to mess any of this up. This is that's my shit. You get what I'm saying?
Well, they're gonna have to pay $8 a month to make sure that their verified pages stay up. Otherwise, they might get got too. But yeah, he's trying to make Twitter a platform where it's like all good information and accurate information and like no trolls, no misinformation, just a good now a source of news, of accurate news. Basically, that's what he's trying to do. So he's cleaning up shop. He's doing. And then my next bit of news as well is about an artist called Young Steff, who is alleging that TPain stole the song Shawty from him, which is interesting. They
How
have worked
sure you
together.
are?
Second?
How sure you are?
Even though I'm not your man, but I'm your girl, I'm gonna call you man. That one.
I knew I could get you to do that, you know. You're the truth, man. This is what I love, you.
Get on my nerves. All right, whatever. Anyways, so the guy said, so basically, after TPain had a live or whatever, then he's in the comments, he's talking about, We recorded shorty 3 times. Certain words here, when you say in a British accent,
It
just
doesn't sound. It doesn't
good.
hit the
It
same.
does-
You have to say shawty.
I'm gonna say shawty, okay? I'm moving forward with that.
Shorty.
It's just not
Too
giving.
dead.
It's dead. It's so dead. I feel like Boris Johnson trying to say it. It's ridiculous. So he said, we recorded shawty.
Shawty.
3 times, 2 times at your house in ATL and once in New York, and you took that from me and my family. We taking millions. Say I'm lying. TPain said, you are lying. he said, boy, what? Be real, bro. When have I ever needed to take anything from anybody? And why would you come to me to write your songs if I needed anything from you? And why would this be the first time I'm hearing about this? I understand Big Steff didn't handle yours business right and it hurt y'all, but in all actuality, y'all still owe me money from all them sessions and a dark green army hat song that I redid 6 times. I'm guessing that's the song you're thinking about because I did Shoddy in Atlantic Records for Atlantic Records the same night I did the hook for Low, and it is documented, my dude. So, do you brother? Here we got spell, you know. Basically, he's saying, do you want me to take you to court because I'm bored? He's like basically saying, you owe me money. I could take you to court because I have the time to take you to court. And he said there was already 4 versions of Shoddy out, all with my hook on it, and a bunch of different rappers before it landed on Plies, and none of them that Atlantic sent to me had you on it. So you need to talk to them if that's who you were signed to. I never had to steal nothing from nobody. If that's the case, go make another one then. You've had plenty of time. That's a read.
It's been a long time though, isn't it?
That's a good read.
Yeah, the song's like a decade old, I'm sure.
Yeah, like
You're trying to let it build up. You're trying to let the peace.
as we say, he said you owe me millions. You need to relax. It's millions, you know, it's ridiculous. And then my last bit of news is about Summer Walker. People have been in her business. So she's currently expecting another child.
Do you know I only found out yesterday that she was pregnant?
No way.
I had no idea.
Like ready to pop.
Like literally.
So
Where have I
London?
been?
Say again?
So London.
Definitely not
No,
London.
she's got a new boyfriend.
What?
She's got Larry. It's on her face and everything.
Yeah.
No, okay. Do you pay attention to Word on Road?
You didn't tell me that.
I must have.
What
Actually, might be during one of our many breaks. But so basically, she said she posted a picture. She had a baby shower recently, and it was cute. It was like all girls and whatever, which I think baby showers should be. I don't know what men are doing at baby showers, but anyway. So yeah, she had one of those, and then someone in the comments was like, "Oh, where's Larry?" And she was like, "Outside with other men. Where's your man?" Okay.
Oh, she's pregnant.
damn.
She's pregnant. She's not playing with anybody. So then she went on to post and she said, people been trying to be in my business bad lately. I don't know why y'all need updates on my life, LOL. Like, go touch grass. But I've decided to be single. It's no hard feelings. Larry's an amazing father. There's just certain things I wouldn't tolerate. But we're super duper happy to have all our children and we just live in life. He be at every swim class, every photo shoot, every doctor's appointment and every baby event. And no, I am removing my face tat. I still have hella love for him. Best, I think she should have taken that off. But anyway. And then she goes on to say, also, I don't have to name any names because you see every day in the media, all these celebrity women who are in marriages or in long-term relationships with children be getting dogged out every week. Every month they complain about how they're getting cheated on, beat on, children being had on them, they're lonely, etc. But they rather stay for the image just to say they have a man or a ring, or just to keep receiving apology Birkins and cars. The only difference between me and them and the rest of y'all is I prefer my peace and happiness, so I walk away. Relax with all that, wow, she's still not married. I could have been married to either one of my children's fathers. It's just certain things I wouldn't tolerate, but nothing was a mistake. I wanted all my children by the age of 25 on purpose and did that. They're perfect, beautiful, and make me happier than I ever could be. But 95% of y'all in the same predicament or worse, so save it.
Preach, sis.
Preach, but it's giving, she's very, what's the word? When you think someone's going to say something, you're already on defense. She's on defense.
Yeah.
It's a lot. You don't need to call people out. You don't need to, also don't need to be, you don't need to talk about women.
Do you know what it is? She's pregnant, innit? So she's probably very emotional right now. And like,
yeah, she's done a lot.
Yeah.
With those emotions. Because I always find it weird when women use other women in domestic violence situations as like a cuss.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you're there, you're being, ma'am, let's be guided. But yeah, so she said, mind your business, which is ironic because here I am talking about her business. But anyway, it's my job and I've done it. And let's get into the People's Journal.
Hey, so welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. All right, so I'm going to start with Esther's friend, Elon Musk. And basically, I think on Friday I spoke about him firing a bunch of people, innit?
Yeah.
All right, well, apparently he wants some of them to come back.
Okay. He's a man-child. He has periods.
So basically, like I said, he laid off roughly 50% of Twitter's workforce on Friday. But apparently dozens of those employees were laid off by mistake. So, so some of them were shown the door before new management came to understand that their work might be necessary to build some of the new features that he's got, you know what I mean, like in the pipeline pretty much. So he sent them letters and everything to try and come back. In the meantime, people obviously criticizing him, talking about how he's just come in, removed everybody, and he's tried to actually back up his positions and say to the people, listen, everyone that actually lost their jobs were offered 3 months of severance pay, which is 50% more than legally required.
Okay.
So even though they left, they were kind of, I wouldn't say better off, but they, you know what I'm saying, they were in a good position, right?
Yeah.
And I guess some of the other people hopefully will come back, at least hopefully from his perspective in it, because they were actually valuable employees. But saying that, have you guys heard of a platform called Mastodon?
No.
Man threw the phone in.
As he was, sorry.
Have you guys heard of a platform called Mastodon?
No, what they do?
No?
It's like another social media thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Kathy went when she got.
Okay. How do you
Yeah.
know about Mastodon?
Because I do my research. Listen, I do my research,
Go out to
okay?
the streets. How's she gonna know the word
How
on
am
the
I
road?
going to know where Thank you, Marks. Exactly. Come on.
It kind of reminded me of when you knew about McCall's as well.
I know everything. The reason why I got this job.
All right, so basically, yeah, because of Elon Musk taking over Twitter, right? Bare people have left Twitter to go to Mastodon, like you're just saying, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they got over 230,000 people joining in the last week. So I was just wondering if you guys ever heard of them. I never heard of them.
You
Are
have
you
to pay
gonna,
to
are you
join.
gonna join?
I might join.
Nah.
I might join for research purposes. I know you guys know what it's like. If I have to pay, then I'm not joining.
That's gonna be there's only 200,000 people. That's gonna be the wilderness, you know.
Well, remember, you know
at the
the scene
moment,
from
You
Fresh
and your
Prince?
thoughts.
You know the scene in Fresh Prince where he walks in the room and it's just empty. That's what I can imagine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And if they don't have a black section as well, I'm definitely my
Yeah,
boy.
definitely won't.
Well, that's 230,000 more, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically now, but now they have 655,000.
Okay.
So they're not at a million. So
Yeah, but how many people are on Black Mastodon?
yeah, for real.
I'll let you guys
28.
know
About 20,000. Nah.
if that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it really. That's what I was going to say about Twitter Mastodon. Also, last week we spoke about all the strikes, right? So there are potentially going to be train strikes that were
Boy.
meant to be on the 5th, the 7th, and the 9th, right? Those strikes have been put on hold. So, I guess people are happy about that. But I still wanted to relate to the people that they need to check like the timetables and whatnot, because obviously because it's a late notice cancellation of this, suspension of these strikes, the timetables are not going to be exactly as they were normally. So you guys need to basically plan your journeys and whatnot.
You should have told me this on Friday before I had to take an Israelite journey on Saturday. It was ridiculous.
On the bus.
On the bus. It was ridiculous.
Israelite journey.
Listen, I went here to brunch.
Don't let them come for you, though.
Don't cancel, you know.
I'm making reference to the Bible, the Word of God. So please, let's be guided. It's actually early in the morning. But no, I went to brunch. I was feeling good. I was feeling great. And I'm like, I'm going to get here in 20 minutes. I said, an hour later, I could not believe it. It was so humbling.
That's that 40 years in the wilderness.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Alright, cool. Well, anyway, like I said, there's no strikes at the moment. So, but still plan your journeys and whatnot. Have you guys heard of Made.com?
Yes.
I
I
have.
feel like the girls definitely would have.
I have.
I
There's
have.
some stuff from there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
furniture place, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So they're expected to go into administration though this week.
It's just like fire sale.
Yeah, there might
Yeah.
be. There might be. Yeah.
No, they should, because their prices usually are quite good.
Mm.
So you might want to check that out.
What do they sell?
Furniture.
Okay.
But really nice stuff.
Yeah, man. They were set up in 2011 and they were trying to be like a high-end new version of IKEA, pretty much. Yeah. Obviously, it didn't work in it. So because they're in administration at the moment, around 500 of their staff, most of them in the UK, are expected to lose their jobs. And unfortunately, a lot of the customers who kind of face uncertainty of whether they're actually going to receive refunds for some of their outstanding, for their outstanding orders.
Oh, they're not currently taking new orders.
Nope.
So that's dead. So wait a minute. So because you're going to administration, I didn't get my chair, my sofa.
Well, you're not getting your
They
chair.
might do a sale though of stuff that they have now.
Yeah.
So-
If someone comes in and buys the company and stuff.
So wait,
they're
people
not
are
taking
worried.
new orders, so there's no sale.
Yeah, not at the moment, no.
What are you worried about? Getting a refund?
Getting refunds, yeah. So you're not getting your sofa, but you also may not get your refund.
What does that mean? It's giving something I don't want to say because I want to have the person up here for an interview, so I'm not going to throw that shade. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
But yeah,
That's wild.
that's what the situation is. Apparently, during the pandemic lockdown and all that type of stuff, the sales kind of soared. You know, people bought more furniture and all that type of stuff.
Of course, no one bought this stuff. Have you seen the price of this stuff? These meaty tables. You want all this money? No, I could have told you that you were gonna go down. I could have told you they were going down. You started down and out.
Dear.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, you know, things are not going well for them. They tried to reach out to investors in September, hoping that people, you know, kind of invest in the business and get the business trading again, doing well and whatnot. But yeah, it just kind of just went downhill from them, and they stopped taking orders at the end of last month. And yeah, last week its shares were suspended because it warned that, you know, they're running out of funds. So yeah, like I said, people are trying to get their refunds, but at the moment, no luck.
I should try a GoFundMe.
Who made.com?
Yeah. And then offer people shares or something for in exchange.
Okay.
Get 10% discount code.
It's
You
over
give
for them, man.
money.
Yeah. Well, next are trying to buy them.
Was it?
Yeah. So
Your next furniture is good though.
next
I was
buy
saying, one of these companies need to buy them and just you get me.
Yeah,
merge
next
out.
furniture is really good. Next home is got banging diffusers and everything.
Next is decent to be fair.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
that's right. And next do good sales as well.
They do good. I've got PTSD there when I hear next sale.
Oh, don't remind me when I was younger.
Makes me want to.
My mum used to make us like queue up like from 7 a.m.
Oh.
Do you remember what the sales were like? Like
Yep.
Christmas?
Yep.
Nah, it was
Yeah,
horror.
it was a lot.
Oh, I used
Like
to
you'd
work
have to
there,
get there
I
at
went
7
there.
in the morning.
We had to get there,
and the
what
queue
was
would
it,
go like a
5?
round
Round,
now.
And they give you tickets.
Yeah.
And then some people that to me, oh, I was number 300. I'm like, you waited? Like, why you think you're telling me? First of all, ma'am, it's 6:30 in the morning. I don't want to be here. It's the day after Christmas. And you're telling me you're number 300 and you think I'm going to rate that? My friend, are you paying card or cash? Go in.
So the next thing I want to talk about is it's going to be good news to Esther and Margs especially.
Okay.
There's going to be an extra bank holiday.
Oh, I love it.
All right,
Yes.
then.
Yeah, man.
Love this.
So you remember before we were talking about how they were deliberating, how they could make it work and whatnot. Yeah. Basically, what they're saying is there will be a bank holiday on the 8th of May, 2 days after the whole ceremony, the coronation of King Charles and whatnot, the third. But that will be in addition to the actual bank holiday that's scheduled on the 1st. Yeah.
But so then is there like 3 bank holidays in May then?
Oh,
Mate.
stop it. You are. This is amazing.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it would have been better if they spaced it out. Do you get what I mean? Because
Well,
think
that's
about
gonna
after August, when's the next bank holiday?
Christmas.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
It's too long.
They should
You
have
don't
thrown
need
like
3
October or
in May.
something.
Like I feel like they
No,
should.
you do because that's the summer months. Like the end of them, like they give us all
In
our bank
May.
holidays. Yeah, then towards the end of the year, you get your grind on, focus. You don't need no more days off.
Your
We've
grind
been turning
on.
up.
Nah, you don't
That's
need
what the
free.
winter's for.
You don't need 3 in May, man.
So basically, yeah.
You don't need
we
to
is
get
French
get
because
myself
I'm gonna
excited.
enjoy free. In May.
So May 2023. Okay, so we have the 1st of May. Then now we've got the 8th.
Then the 8th.
And then the 29th.
And then a month before you got Easter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's too. Do you know what I mean? There's no space.
There's
wow.
plenty of space.
No, there's not, man.
I'm here for this, boy. Let's get the day parties rolling. This is a bit of me.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because Sunak is basically saying, yeah, the time off is good. It'll give people a chance to come together and celebrate.
Oh, shut up. He's
shut
rich.
up.
No one cares what he's got to say. What's he talking about?
You lot don't like Sunak?
He ain't clinking with me and the girls. He don't count.
All right. Also, have you guys got air fryers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
No.
Sylvester one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So only Yusuf. Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Esther's
No, I don't have one.
Oh, is it okay?
Was there a sale going on?
No, so you're gonna tell us.
He's about to come and tell us. Are you going to come and tell
They're
us
killing you.
that because of the coating in the... I saw one video one time talking about...
I saw that.
And I just rolled my eyes. I thought, bruv, at this point, I should just eat air because I don't understand what you need to do. Everything is bad for me, so...
Now, what I was going to say is there's actually a huge demand for air fryers.
Oh.
So you guys are already doing well, man.
I
Yeah.
got,
the
I
price
got,
gonna
I
go
got a
up
few,
now.
to be fair.
Yes, it will.
I got a few.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was thinking about buying a different one because I don't like the shape of mine. I need the one so I
Big
can do
one.
different joints.
Which one do you have?
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know why you thought you were going to get that.
Yeah, it's true.
Huh?
You don't know. Never mind.
Huh?
Esther, if I asked you which one do you have, you
I would
know
know,
in
yes,
it. Yeah,
absolutely.
it's fine.
I got this one brown, black one.
What's the black one?
It's fine. Is it big?
It's big.
It looks big, but the tray's not that big.
Yeah.
I think it's the same. Is it Tefal? Tefal?
I'll tell you.
Never mind.
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you know, I like it because this is how I feel when you ask me football questions. Like, I love this. So life is about balance. I just love it. It's great.
Well, like you said, Esther, the price is probably going to go up because
Yeah,
the
that's it.
demand has gone up 3,000%.
Oh wow.
Damn.
I should have got it, you know.
They're amazing though, honestly. Like since
gonna
I've
get
got
it in a
mine,
year.
I don't remember the last time I used my oven. I do everything in there.
Really?
You can even bake in there.
Yeah, everything.
Literally. I do everything in there.
Yeah, see, I
I'm
need
gonna
one
have
with a
to
better shaped tray. Mine's like round and it's not.
Get a Ninja.
It's like got like a.
It's
rectangle.
square
Huh?
and it's the big one, yeah.
Yeah.
The Ninja is huge and like there's so many different things you can do with it. You
Really?
can even steam in it. Like it's sick.
Does it look good though? It's gonna have to stay on my side the whole time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that then.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's gone up 3,000%. Remember last time I was breaking down why?
One second, the price went up 3,000%.
No, the
The
demand.
demand.
Oh, I thought you said the price went up.
I ain't getting no fucking.
You about to
ninja.
enjoy your shape. Your current shape.
No, the demand.
It's going to be so stupid expensive now, though.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, at the moment, they're saying some research has said that the average air fryer costs about £55.71p. Well, a year actually. Yeah, so it costs £55.71p a year to run, right, for the entire year. But an electric cooker costs about £335 a year.
Yeah, I need to invest.
wow.
That's a good
Exactly.
difference.
I need to buy one then.
Yeah, so oven's going to cost you about 35p to run for 20 minutes, but air fryer will just be 10p.
And obviously you've got
adds up.
preheating, all that stuff as well. That opening and closing.
Yeah.
Sick.
And second to last thing is if I was to ask you guys, yeah, what the average amount of money, let's say a quarter of the UK adults, right, have in their account savings, yeah, what would you guys say?
The average amount of money, £1,500.
Okay.
1,500?
A grand.
The average of everyone, I'll say £500.
Oh, yeah, I would say about between 300 and 500.
Not everyone, a quarter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which quarter there?
That's important.
Which ones are that?
That's really important. What quarter are we talking about?
All right. As soon as I said that, I thought, okay, yeah. And then I said, all right, cool. You know, let me just go into it.
Yeah, just said that.
So a quarter of the UK adults have less than £100 set aside in their savings. Yeah. Obviously,
Cost of living, isn't it?
Mate.
yeah, man. Yep. So basically, they did a survey of like 3,000 people. Yeah. They found, like I said, a quarter of them. So quarter of them, £100 set aside. 17%, which is like 1 in 6 of them, have nothing in their savings. 5% had £50, and a further 4% had £50 to £100 set aside.
Is that a savings account though? That's like a Monzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't have saving accounts. Their saving account is their account.
Oh, yeah, their account. They just don't spend.
That is true.
Yeah, they just don't. Just because it's all here, don't mean I have to spend all of it. Well, I'm not ever going to spend all of this.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's savings. But obviously, if you don't have a separate saving
Actual
account,
saving
they'll look at
account,
it like
Yeah.
you have no savings. But
True.
you can have X amount of money in your current
That's
account,
true.
and you're not going to run through it. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it does kind of indicate that
Like spare money.
We ain't saving.
People ain't saving. But
That's
also
it.
people are struggling because I think this is some of the worst that it's been. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's due to the whole cost of living crisis. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And the last thing I wanted to talk about.
I was going to say, sorry to quickly, do saving accounts, do they even help? Or do they make a difference?
In what way?
Sometimes you get
Because-
thingy interest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but the interest
Yeah,
is nothing.
It's
though.
peanuts, but-
it's literally a joke.
But you just have your savings. It's like, okay, cool. Say you got 10 grand in your current account, yeah, and you're earning money monthly or weekly or whatever it may be, and you're never going to spend that, yeah, technically you are saving. Because if you spend less than you make, it's always going to build up. If you took that 10 grand out and put it in a savings account, then the same process is going to happen, yeah? But then when you get to a point where you need that money, you're just going to go and take it out.
I get you, but I think it is like it's a mental thing as well. So like knowing that your money's in your savings, I feel like acts as a barrier to some people.
Yeah.
No, but when you need it though, that's what it's for. Savings for the rainy day. The
Yeah,
the second you need it, you just go and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
the
then
same-
if it's in your, but I feel like also like if I had money in my current account, I'm more likely to spend it because it's there,
Yeah.
Okay,
as
I'm with you.
opposed to it being
The
in my
savings.
savings account. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Because I'm not gonna, if it's for like frivolous things, I'm not gonna go and take it from my savings and
To
put
do
it in
that,
my
yeah,
in my
yeah.
current to spend it.
Yeah,
But if it's
yeah,
in my current, I'ma spend it.
Yeah, I think it's a mental thing because there's something nice about just knowing that the money is just saved there. So when you want to spend something on something silly, you got to go through some kind of effort to get it. You're thinking,
Yeah.
but I've got this nice figure. Do I really want to?
Especially
With
if
that.
a savings account is at another bank. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yeah,
you have
yeah.
to transfer it from there to your current.
Oh,
then
yeah,
put it
yeah,
into
it's
your
long.
main current. Yeah, those extra steps can be off-putting. Remind you why you're saving in the first place. So yeah.
Okay, makes sense. I'm going to get savings again.
And actually now it's kind of a good time to get a savings account, you know, in terms of the interest rates. They have been crap for years, right? But because obviously the Bank of England are increasing the interest rates, that is also a benefit when it comes to savings as well.
If we're going through, where are they getting the money from for this interest?
So yeah.
If we're in a cost of living crisis and they're struggling, where are they getting the money from for these interests? If the interest goes up, that means that you can get more return on your savings, right?
Yeah, but everything's going up.
Okay.
So it doesn't necessarily mean the value
Okay.
is going up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
yeah,
just,
'cause-
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
makes
just a
sense.
way to kind of curb inflation and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And the last thing is I don't have much information on this just yet because I think Jeremy Hunt is pretty much due to submit all the key points this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeremy Hunt is basically setting out to increase taxes and basically, yeah, increase taxes, man. So yeah, again, the details are not really out yet, but they're talking about the total being about £60 billion. Remember, like I was saying before, everyone was kind of gunning this Truss and Kwesi Kwarteng over their whole tax cuts and everything. But I feel like it's much besides the reaction of the market, right, and the whole world and how they've responded to everything. I feel like just on the surface, at least now, I know it's early days, a lot of people would have been better off with all those tax cuts. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people were talking about, oh, why is the lower income tax 20%? Not 20%. Yeah, so it was 20%, but it was going to be reduced to 19%. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, it's only 1%. What's that going to do? Well, it's back to 20%. You know what I'm saying? So that 1%, you obviously have no, you can't touch it at all, innit? Yeah. So it just seemed as though a lot of people were just talking about the rich are going to benefit and they shouldn't benefit, not realizing that if the rich are not benefiting, a lot of the time the middle class is kind of footing the bill for everything. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we're kind of seeing that now. Mortgage rates and everything has kind of gone up, obviously because of Kwesi Kwarteng and Liz Truss. It's nothing to do with Jeremy Hunt at the moment, but I don't necessarily think, personally, that a lot of their plan at the moment will fix everything as quick as they think. It's going to be a lot more struggling. Yeah, in the immediate future, unfortunately.
Recession, baby.
Yeah, but again, I'll know more once some of the information has been disseminated. But yeah, that's it for the People's Journal.
Thank you very much. Let's get into some music. Let's get into the rotation.
Music, breakdown, news, all of that stuff. Ain't got much for you today, but I've got the main event of the weekend. So you got Drake and 21 Savage with their collaborative album, Loss. The title is given, Men of the Prize, basically. So I was kind of confused initially to why there was a 21 Savage song, hip-hop song at the end of Drake's last album, but I guess that was foreshadowing their collab album, right? So 16 songs, 1 hour, 1 minute long. One feature on there from Travis Scott. You got producers from the likes of Kyiv, Lil Yachty. Surprisingly, I never knew Lil Yachty was the producer or, made beats. Boy Wonder, he's a avid Drake collaborator. Vinyls, 40 of course, and a guy called Skip on the beat, but that's to name a few. There's tons of other producers on the project. First of all, anyone listen to the album?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I kind of went through it.
All right, cool. We'll get into what
Yeah,
everyone
a little
thinks.
Take a
So
stance.
So I took a stance.
I feel like some of the big talking points off the album are, we seem to be getting like a sassy Drake on this album. Like
Yeah, he a bad B.
He's giving bad B, bit of X kind of vibe, throwing shade at a lot of people. Kanye, Drum, Megan Thee Stallion, Serena Williams' husband. So yeah, everyone's taking shots on the album. It's kind of like, he's just in his petty bag, basically.
You know what's ironic?
Yeah.
He's the same guy who said, niggas talk more than bitches these days.
Yeah. It's
Look at that. Hate to see it.
yeah, so that's kind of like the ethos of the project. Sound wise, I like the sound. Typical Drake sound, to be fair, in terms of production. Lyrically, I was impressed with 21, even though he's not the best. He's not super lyrical, but for what he provides, what he does, he's good. So I was impressed with both of them on the project. I like the sound of the album, I like the beats on the album. I like the feel. Favorite songs on there for me, Rich Flex, Circo Loco, Middle of the Ocean, which had a sick AZ sample in there. Broke Boys as well was dope. But I want to see what everyone else thinks, and we expand the. Why are you smiling at me like that?
No, just listen to you rotate.
Okay.
Such an egg.
No,
For some reason,
I cannot.
for some reason, I feel like a pause needs to be added to that.
I said, why? Sorry, no, there's no wires in music.
All right,
What a
Marks.
mess.
What's your thoughts on the album?
I think this album's cold, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I do think it's like it's not a joint album. I think like it's a Drizzy album, and his brethren's just there with him, holding him down. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like,
there was a lot of narrative out there saying that it's a Drake album with a sprinkle of 21.
yeah, like 21 can't be getting more than 5% of proceedings from this album. You get me?
He
God.
didn't work for it.
Yeah, this is Drizzy's album. But to be fair to him, they do complement each other well. And I
Yeah.
did kind of because I ain't listened to no 21 music in ages. I did kind of forget of like how much of a vibe he is like. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he's got like this laid back, casual kind of style.
Yeah.
Like and it's lit. You get me? But together, no, it's good. I actually think it's dope, man. When I listen to it through, you know how I move. I go through the album.
Yeah.
If I like it, I'll put it in my like.
Yeah.
Bare of these songs are in my like list.
Okay.
Like bare of them.
Okay.
I think it's cold. My favorite song on the album is probably "Spin" by E.
Okay.
That's
That's all right.
yeah, that one's got me in a headlock right now. I think that tune's cold. When Drake starts singing "Grease," it's just funny to me. Like when he's just singing "Crud," it just makes me laugh so much. I'm like, no, this guy's cold. You get me? So yeah, no, I think it's a dope project. I don't know why he was moving so flagrant.
Maybe
Even with the
maybe-
Meg Thee Stallion one, yeah.
maybe
I
that's
know
just
like
the-
people are reaching
Yeah.
with their theories and all that and the conspiracies and all that. But I don't know if he could have been doing that. Like, I don't know if it's that simple that he's just sending shots at people. I think he could have been. He knew what it was going to look like, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But he could have just been doing it just to create the buzz.
a
But
moment.
some of the other stuff is just obviously Serena's husband. He's openly talking about them chatting shit. But that Meg one, the fact that it could be, I think it's like speaks to like just how he moves. Obviously, he likes battle rap and shit. You get me? This could be like a double entendres, you know, all these kind of things.
Yeah.
You get me? So it might not be that because I don't know why he would just send for Meg like that. It was random.
Thing is, I think he done the bar on purpose and left it open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Because it is a double entendre. So you can take it either way. Is he
Yeah.
talking about just regular girls who get shots, or he's talking about Meg because he used the word stallion? He didn't have to use stallion, right? But
No, but someone said that theory that they got, these Twitter investigators, there's the German porn star thing, the elk, the stallion
if I
thing.
don't know who that is, though.
Yeah, but people, if you're in the industry,
Yeah, but so
if you're avid,
yeah, but
if you're
if-
avid,
Porn
Of course you know.
yeah, but
I
if,
said in the industry like it's a work meetup.
but if Drake says stallion and shot in
You're
the
gonna
same
think Meg
sentence,
straight
You have to
we're all
think
gonna
Meg.
think of Meg.
yeah, no, of
100%.
course.
Yeah,
But this star was
Okay.
claiming that her body was natural. She was
Yeah.
denying the arse shots. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
yeah.
It's I don't know.
Right.
It could be that. So what, you just heard Megan and just shut. I see couple gal just trying to shut that out. Heard what he said about Megan. Was like, nah, trying to cancel him, trying to get him out of there. Like, fuck this album.
Do you know what's crazy?
I tried to enjoy this album, but I can't. Shut up and enjoy the album, man. This album's cold. Sorry.
You're definitely at me because that was where I was conflicted.
With
With whether to listen to it and
Okay.
because I am disgusted by the whole. I can't hide my disgust. I'm disgusted by the Meg thing. So it was tricky because I was like, I don't want to listen to this because of nonsense. But I was like, but I told you if I listen to it. And I just was a bit, so I tried to listen to it. I didn't get through to all of it.
yeah,
And the Circo song, the one where he mentions Meg,
yeah,
there was definitely no need for it. Because I think it's a good album. I can't lie. It's not something I'm going to reach to because Drake hasn't impressed me in a few years now. The music is just not encouraging me, basically. And this, when I listen to, I really like that song as well. That's what it's very annoying. I really like that song, and I just feel like that line wasn't needed. And it happened so quickly, I nearly kind of missed it. You know, if I hadn't reported it, I would have missed it. I think it's an okay project. I did think what Mark said. I think it's mainly Drake, and 21 was just in the studio.
in the mix.
But I do like listening to 20. I don't listen to his solo projects.
Yeah.
But I like him when he like collaborates with other people. Like I know he's got the song with J. Cole and stuff. That's where my list ends. But do you get me?
I'm done.
Yeah,
When he like collaborates with people, and it always sounds good. So I did expect it to sound good.
yeah,
But I don't know. I just don't think it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
yeah.
I think there's a lot of people happy that Drake's kind of back after that hiatus he had with all that house shit and
Well, with the incidents.
yeah,
Because
with instruments.
If you look at it, the last 3 albums, like people weren't really happy with what's the album called with all the women who were pregnant on the cover?
Oh, Loverboy. Certified Loverboy.
CLB.
CLB, yeah.
People weren't really happy with that,
Yeah.
right? Then he followed up with the House
Okay.
album. People weren't really happy with that. So now I feel like he's back to what people want from him.
Yeah, no, this is more in keeping with what
Yeah.
we want. This is like he gave us some good Drake songs. Like,
Yeah.
there's like some new ones. It's been a while since there's some proper good
Exactly,
ones.
exactly. G, are you listening to the album?
I haven't, no.
No? E-Man, Brent? No? All right.
I bet people are going to now start having Drake lyrics in their captions.
Oh, yeah, of
We're
course.
back to that era.
Oh, it has to happen.
Yeah.
Literally.
Absolutely. If I listened to it, I would have had one this weekend.
Just a few little tidbits. The album broke the Spotify single day streams
No way.
record for a collab album
Oh,
with
wow.
over 97 million streams, which is dope. I did like the way, they had this like fake press run for the album. So they had like a fake Howard Stern interview, a fake Vogue cover, just fake. It was like a parody rollout.
Yeah, okay.
And when I saw all of that, I thought, okay, cool. Maybe there's a reason why they've put in this much thought and creativity into the
Yeah.
rollout. The album must be fire, and I think the album did live up to it. I did like how 21 was embracing his UK side. Like he mentioned that he's from Angeltown Estate. You guys know that? It's in Brixton.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
In one of the songs?
In Circle Loco. Went from Angeltown Estate to a big estate.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah. And he also said, still got to see Gunners win the Premier League. So, shout out 21.
He's really
is that
trying to remind us
Is that an Arsenal fan?
that he goes here.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
That was unnecessary, bro.
Yeah, that was not even.
And he basically insinuated if he stayed in Brixton, he still would have been caught up in the badness, basically.
What is it?
Like him going to Atlanta wasn't necessarily him escape. Like he still would have been keeping up with fuckery if he stayed in Brixton.
I can't even see that for him. 'Cause he looks so cute to me.
Really?
I think it was 21 Savage.
Not cute like I date you cute. Just. Never mind, let's move on.
But yeah, overall, does this album make the rotation? For sure.
Okay.
I feel like if you're a Drake fan, then he's definitely appeased you and given you a few slaps to add to your Drake playlist.
21, he's dumb, man.
What happened?
I swear he said something about he don't need ID to get into the club because they know
21.
he's 21.
And the thing is, I was listening to a lot of different like
Like
Bars.
bars.
you know how I know the expectation from certain rappers, innit? People are saying, "Oh, that's a bar." You know, like it's not a sick bar, but for him,
It's like, wow, you did it.
wow, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Levels, innit? But yeah, overall, this album's good. Like you said, it feels like a Drake project with 21 in the mix. I probably feel like Drake had this album already made, kind of, and then brought 21 in to just add his bits to it and make it more of a collab album.
Is this your preferred Drake, most recent Drake stuff? So with CLB and the house one?
Yeah, yeah, of course. The house one, I haven't listened to that since I listened to it to review it. CLB, I didn't think CLB was that bad, but I get what people thought about it.
Yeah.
I had a few songs on there. There was one song in particular I used to cane, the song with Ross and Wayne. But as a whole, I get why people didn't like CLB. It seemed like Drake was just saying, "Oh, what do people like about me? Okay, this is what they like about me. Let me make an album which caters to every single facet of who Drake is and just slap it together without it really being cohesive." Whereas this project seemed like it was cohesively made to be, you know what I mean?
CLB is like he didn't try, man.
Yeah.
Like, there was obviously, because I'm a Drake fan, so I found good in there. Don't get me wrong, like there were some decent songs, but when I was listening through to it, there wasn't that was like, yo, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, even I'm trying to say, even on this new project, even if it's just one song, like that one song, it's like, nah, you put your foot in this. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is it. You get me? So it just felt like he weren't trying before.
You could tell he didn't care about the album because in terms of like marketing and promotion, he didn't do much with that album at all.
Yeah.
He just pulled it out. I think he had one video, which again featured 21 Savage and Project Pat. But I take a lot of stock in marketing and how artists promote their music. And when I don't see them putting any stock behind or value behind it, I'm like, they don't care about this. This might be to fulfill contractual obligations or just to throw it out, you know, empty the hard drive, whatever. And with CLB, I felt that's what he was doing. But this one, I feel like he is championing this album a lot. So we'll see how it unfolds in the next couple of weeks. But
it's good, man. He's skating on there, man. It's all good with him. He's doing his thing.
Other quick news, you got the K-Trap released the remix to Warm with Skepta. Cold, Skepta, you know, bodied it as usual. I know Warm's one of your favourites.
Yeah, I like Warm.
Yeah.
It's a classic. Okay.
Yeah, hard remix. And then lastly...
I gave Warm Song of the Year and K-Trap Artist of the Year before all these that was talking about it. You get me? I'm a tastemaker in the scene.
Yeah, tastemaker, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was expecting more names though. You know when UK artists do remixes.
Like this one, that one, that one.
Yeah, when
you know what? Sometimes less is more.
It's true.
And Skepta's is a big deal.
Name. Yeah. But I was expecting just to see maybe like 6 guys on there.
What I did like was Chap's new verse on there.
Yeah,
he's cold.
He's third verse.
Yeah, because obviously the first one's the beginning. You know, the Skepta comes in when he double black and he came in. I was like, this is cold.
Yeah,
I like that. So
that's out. Check that out. And then lastly, you got Fredo's back. Not sure if anyone's a Fredo fan or noticed that he had a little hiatus or he was kind of off the grid.
I haven't listened to all that, but they're going absolutely crazy about that.
Yeah, so it's called I'm Back. Okay, it's very simple. It's just him in front of the camera, black and white, 6 minutes just rapping.
Sporting his new haircut, I saw.
Just rapping.
Let me check.
Marks, what's his single called?
Is it cute?
Who's single?
Fredo's.
I'm Back.
I'm Back.
Oh, you said it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
He thought he wanted to clip me up saying I'm black.
Yeah, and he's spitting, man. He's spitting.
I've only seen the 1.5-minute clip that's on Twitter, but it sounded good.
Yeah.
But just seeing people talk about it, in group chats, comments and stuff, it sounds like he went mad.
No, he went in. I've never really looked at Fredo as like a rapper like that, but he reminds me sometimes that he's actually good.
Well,
this is one of them.
If you followed his journey and you actually like noticed it, like he's someone that's improved.
The
whole time he's been there. I'm trying to say that. Maybe I think the earliest stuff they done would have been his first time rapping and that, innit?
Yeah.
Like, so we're watching him like grow and develop.
He's improving in real time.
In real time, yeah.
Because
he's definitely always improved.
Yeah.
So and even it speaks a lot to that people say that this is the best they've heard him because this is the most recent because he's going on that journey.
That makes sense.
He done it again before, took another jump when he done the Daily Duppy.
Yeah.
Remember everyone went crazy for the Daily Duppy and obviously the projects and that. So he's definitely always improving.
Yeah.
But I need to watch that one in full. I ain't seen it.
Check it out. It's cool. But yeah, guys, that's it for the rotation this week. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Back next week.
Nice. Well, let's get into our last headlines for today. Tanzanian airplane crashes into Lake Victoria. A Tanzanian passenger plane has crashed into Lake Victoria as it attempted to land in the lakeside town of Bukoba, killing at least 19 people. Of the 43 people on board, there were 24 survivors, according to operator Precision Air. The 2 pilots initially survived and managed to speak to local officials from the cockpit, but the Prime Minister says they may have since died. That's very sad. The plane crashed near the shore at the end of Bukoba Airport runway. Rescuers were able to wade through the water to bring some of those still inside the plane to safety. Abdul Nuri was at the airport waiting for the return flights to Tanzania's biggest city, Dar es Salaam, when he saw the plane plunge into Africa's largest lake. He told reporters, "We were really shocked. People panicked and some started crying and shouting. At the arrival gate, people panicked as well. Most of them were waiting to welcome their relatives. The tragedy, which occurred around 8:50 local time, which is 5:50 GMT, has been blamed on bad weather. Emergency workers have used ropes to pull the ATR-42 aircraft even closer to the shore, and some of the plane's body is now above the water. That is very, very sad.
Yeah, man.
The next bit of news is it's about Egypt. So Egyptian activist commences water strike in protest. I'm interested in this. So the sister of jailed British Egyptian activist Alaa Abdel Fattah has said that he has stopped drinking water as he steps up his hunger strike to coincide with the start of the COP27 summit. I said that right? Mm-hmm. Calls for his release escalated after the climate summit opened in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt on Sunday. The 40-year-old has consumed just 100 calories for more than 200 days to push Egypt to allow him UK consular access. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has said he will raise the issue at the at the COP summit. Abdel Fattah, a key activist in 2011, don't make a scene. Abdel Fattah, a key activist in the 2011 Arab Spring, is currently serving a 5-year sentence for spreading false news. His sister, Sana Saif, has warned that her brother's hunger and water strike may mean he could die before the end of the summit. Speaking to Sky News, she urged the British government to be responsible for getting us proof of life. Mr. Sunak wrote to Abdel Fattah's family and said he would raise his imprisonment with the Egyptian government and reply again by the end of the summit. He said the activist's case is a priority for the British government, both as a human rights defender and as a British national. Ms. Saif, a 28-year-old human rights activist who has served 3 prison sentences in Egypt herself on charges that fellow activists condemned as bogus, has been protesting outside the Foreign Office in London along with the family members for her brother's release. She expressed concern that Downing Street's engagement with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi would come too late. That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Did he really spread false news or?
I have no idea, but obviously that's what they're saying he has done, and they put him in jail.
Okay.
Is it 5 years, isn't it? He's been there for 5 years. Yeah.
How long is his sentence, do you know?
No, I'm not too sure.
Man, it must be very long if he's going on water strike.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get something to him before he
yeah, exactly.
passes away. But yeah, let's get into our sports headline, the reaction. People thought you didn't come in because of that, by the way.
Huh?
When you weren't here at the start, people were like, wow, they didn't see you as a person who would hide.
I
was glad that you came in to let them know that you don't do that.
I don't hide, man. One bad result ain't the end of the world.
Is this
Just
one?
Yeah, well,
It's more than one, but
Yeah, I feel like I've deja vu. This has happened before.
just one in recent weeks.
recent weeks. If you say so.
Last week, but okay.
Let's get
No,
into
we
it, man.
won last week. We've won every game we've played since.
I remember this somber calmness of yours, this humble energy of yours, not too long ago. But
Let's get into the Premier League roundup. Rubbish weekend today. This weekend it was. Oh shit! Oh, how did I do that? That was excellent. All right, cool. Well, let's get into Saturday's games. Probably the highlight of the weekend. 7-goal thriller. Leeds United versus Bournemouth.
No, that was a cold game still.
Yeah, Ellen Road.
It's a cold game.
Barnstorming game. So Leeds beat Bournemouth 4-3. Man City continued their dominance in the league, beat Fulham 2-1. Nottingham Forest and Brentford drew 2-2. Wolverhampton lost 3-2 to Brighton. Was the new manager in the dugout then, or was he not there?
I'm too sure,
Well, couldn't get it done. And Everton picked up all the points at Goodison Park. Leicester picked up all the points at Goodison Park. So Everton lost 2-0. And then Sunday was a bit of a bad one. Wasn't nothing too good going on. Obviously, Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0. Newcastle, my second favourite team. I've been championing this season. Watch this space. Battered Southampton 4-1. Palace got a dope result with West Ham. They beat West Ham 2-0. And obviously everybody knows Liverpool beat Spurs 2-1 is to be expected. And United lost 3-1 to Villa. That's
So that wasn't clear. What'd you say?
what?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what
Mark,
you
you
said.
have to enunciate your words.
Yeah. Sound like what? What was it? If you can be clearer, please.
No, I'm just saying United lost 3-1 to Villa.
Man
You what?
United lost 3-1 to Aston Villa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Unai Emery as well. Yeah,
He's like our bogey manager, you know.
shout out to Unai Emery.
He's
First
always
game,
bullying us.
first game win against United.
Unai's always giving us a tough time.
All right, let's go back to the first result.
Oh, so yeah, so
Man's
Bust
Leeds.
that.
Man's slamming down.
so Leeds, Boomer.
No, so it's first Sunday game, right? So I recall you saying something about if Arsenal beat Chelsea, you'll take them seriously. Arsenal beat Chelsea. Over to you.
Away game at the Bridge.
Yeah.
Good result. Potter, man's got to ask questions of Graham Potter, man. Chelsea ain't looking the same recently. Like, he just keeps doing this tinker man thing, changing up the lineup, changing the formations. Obviously, they got a lot of injuries. They got a lot of big injuries.
I like how you focus on Chelsea's deficiencies as opposed to our strengths. So we'd like to speak about Arsenal, please, sir.
No, I'm just saying they had a lot of teams at that. A lot of first teamers at that. No Fofana, no Chilwell, no Koulibaly, no Kante. Probably there's more than that. No, Reece James. You get me? Aspilicueta, the first. So like 6 first choice man. It's understandable. You get me? Arsenal look good though, man. No, actually, let me be totally honest with you. It was a rubbish game, and even at half time, I think both teams would have been disappointed with their performances. It was leaving a lot to be desired. Not there. The second half was maybe.
I never watched the games. I don't even know if this is true. Brent, is this true?
No, it's not true.
I swear on my life, I'm not joking. I'm giving you my
Because
honest.
from
I'm
what I heard-
giving you my honest
from what
opinion.
I
Yeah?
heard,
Arsenal
had
looked,
Chelsea in their pocket, and you're talking about
Arsenal
the game
looked-
was undesired.
Arsenal looked probably, let's say, a little bit more in control in the first half. Yeah, Chelsea took a little while to get it together and to like even try and gain some possessions in the game and all that. Yeah, but there was a few opportunities like that one with with Havertz, when like he couldn't reach a ball. All he had to do was square it. That would have been a tap-in for Aubameyang. There was another one, I can't remember exactly. So even though they wasn't like dominating the game or anything like that, there was a few opportunities that they could have took. Arsenal could have done better. Both of them could have played better, I'll be honest with you. I think they both probably would have been a bit disappointed in their performance. The second half was different. Arsenal came out, obviously continued with having the majority of the control of the game. They hit me. And they were the better team. And yeah, they done their thing. 1-0, it was a good result away from home.
Yeah.
I can't knock them, but I'm not joking. It wasn't like some amazing performance from either team. What am I lying, Brent?
Yeah,
Go on, tell me your opinion on the game.
Arsenal dominated at Chelsea's house, Chelsea's ground.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
You hear that? Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was one-sided, you know.
From what
One-sided.
I heard, what Brent's saying is true.
Like I said,
might
I
be
can't think
watching
of
with my Arsenal tinted glasses though.
I can't think
Maybe.
of what opportunities Chelsea created in the second half, and maybe towards the end of the game they started. Or was that? I actually fully can't remember. But mainly from the first half. That's mainly what I was.
Yeah.
Mainly that's what I got from the first half.
Cool.
You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not even hating. You've done good.
You are hating.
Great result.
because
I'm not. I'm
the
just
thing
telling
is,
you as a football
I
fan.
like the way you said Man City continued their dominance.
Yeah.
Right? When they get to Arsenal, they were, like, we're top of the league, right? I'm just going to read you a few numbers, right? So Arsenal are 8 points ahead of Spurs with a game in hand. We're 11 points above you, Man United. We are 13 points above Chelsea. We are 15 points above Liverpool. Yeah? Respect our team, big man. This ain't no 5 games in, 3 games in. Yeah?
Yes, 13.
It's 13 games, 14 games in for some teams, yeah, and we're top of the league. Respect it. Let me ask you a question again. I'm going to continuously give you the opportunity to take your take back.
God, this is serious.
Are Arsenal,
Damn, like,
are Arsenal finishing in the top 4? I'm going to give you the opportunity time and time again to change your mind. Are Arsenal finishing in the top 4?
No.
You hear that? Listen, no, I'm fine with it. Live in your truth, because I'm going to continuously ask you as the season progresses. Second question: Are United finishing
Let's go on.
are United finishing above Arsenal?
Yeah, I honestly believe
The team that are currently 11 points behind us.
Yeah, because you're gonna
who
have to
just
drop
lost?
points.
Who just lost to Aston Villa?
Bad
3-1.
result. That we'll blame that one. We'll put that one on the gaffer. I think the team selection was just all wrong. Obviously,
I thought that too. I saw Van der Beek. I saw one.
Players got to take
Donny.
accountability as well, but he can't keep doing this. He's getting it. He got it wrong. There was a few omissions from the team that didn't make sense. I know we got injuries and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I gotta go do filthy after this and go through all this crap. But it's like,
So I'll be damned if you do it to me on TDA too.
yeah, I ain't doing it twice. I feel like I know where we're wrong. I feel like the gaffer made horrible team selection, bad substitutions, and we just didn't play well. He just missed a trick. I think he's just too used to this Everdizzy thing. Where we started playing good, obviously like kept 5 clean sheets in our last 6 and all that. He's got a lot of confidence. I think he thinks it's the Dutch league and he can just do what he wants. I don't think he's respecting going away to Aston Villa, and like, you should understand you need legs in our midfield, like, and runners, like all this stuff, like. Anyway, there's lots of reasons where, but it was obvious. It was a horrible performance. Can't justify it. Can't defend it. So yeah, we got our ass handed to us on the weekend. Have to just wait until the next fixture, next round of games to make up for it. Really, it's bad day in the office, man.
I think there's only one game until the World Cup now, isn't it? Anyway.
Yeah, I think the league game anyway.
Yeah, one league game.
Because we got Aston Villa again in Carabao. I can't remember who the last league game is, but I think this World Cup's going to mess everything up.
In terms of, what do you mean?
Like, I just think like the form guide's going to go out the window.
Yeah.
Just everything. I feel like obviously it's dope that you have done what you have done because you have got your gap and your cushion that you needed, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like for the rest of us,
what you've been saying.
Yeah.
Whatever. The rest of us, well, whoever the us is, whatever. But yeah, they're going to come out totally different teams. Like I think the form guys can get turned on their head, injuries.
Yeah, that's going to be everyone, not just us.
Yeah, but you are good because obviously you're at the front, so you've already put in the work beforehand, so that you got that cushion there, that safety cushion. There's other teams ain't got that luxury. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's gonna happen, but I think the West. I think the World Cup's gonna mess up everything. Yeah. There's no way we're gonna have that tournament and then come back and think, all right, cool, let's get back into and the ball's just gonna pick up from where we was. And I'm saying everybody, all of us.
Yeah.
You get me? Whether you're any better, whether any worse, I don't know. But
I'm not a fan of the World Cup being in December.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's stupid, it's ridiculous. But I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna watch the football. So,
you know, this is the best Arsenal's done in the Premiership.
Points wise, isn't it? Since the Invincibles,
this is the best anybody's done
over 100 years.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Arsenal,
Yeah.
Listen,
So I'm trying to take away our shine about this is what anyone.
Listen,
man.
9 out of the last 10 teams, that have won their first 10 out of their first 12 games went on to win the league. Then the last one that didn't do it was the Newcastle team.
And yet,
lost to United.
And you don't think we're going to even finish top 4, not even win the league? That's not the question I'm asking.
Well, then the parameters are going to change soon because if you don't win the league, then you are a disgrace.
No, but that's not. I've never asked you.
I'm just saying.
Have I ever asked him about winning the league?
Soon,
I'm just a top 4.
Soon, the conversation is going to because you are trying to make excuses for yourself. Soon, the conversation is going to be
excuses?
if you don't win the league.
What excuses?
Soon, you are going to be in a
What
position,
excuses?
especially if you win your last game, you are going to be in a position where every single person in the history of the league won the league from the position that you was in. The conversation is going to change. You get what I'm trying to say? If you don't win it, wherever you finish, second, third, it doesn't matter. It's a disgrace.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Precisely. What?
Wait.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Let's get into
What do you mean exactly? What do you mean exactly?
Wait, then now actually there's
What do you mean
more.
exactly?
What?
Didn't you just say Newcastle? What other team who didn't?
They're the only team who haven't won it.
Yeah. So why are you acting like we would be the first?
No,
if
that
it
was if
us?
you won 10 out of the 12. You've won like 11. If you win the next one, I'm saying I don't because obviously the stats are going to change, innit?
Yeah.
If you win your next game, I don't know. We have to look at it. It could be get to the point where every single person in Uzot's position, if anybody's ever even done that, has won the league after this point.
I'm not on the win the league.
Then,
talk,
if you
I'm
don't
on
win the
top 4
league,
talk,
you're a failure. Is it computing, Brent?
So you-
No,
is it
it's
catching
not.
up?
No, it's not catching up.
Let's talk.
No, it's
You
not
want
complete.
us to be delusional now? You've been calling us delusional all the time.
No.
But you now want us to be delusional?
I'm not saying that.
Are you saying that if we win the next game, you should expect us to now go on to win the league?
Everybody else would have. Everybody else did.
Asking you, Mr. Marga,
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Pum Pum Fada.
Yeah.
No, but you just said
If
Arsenal not
we
finishing
win
top
the
4.
next
year,
game-
Everybody else did. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Nah, I'm not. I signed up to this delusional talk.
You're
I
delusional.
don't want to be a delusional man. Sorry.
Okay. No, I don't want to take
I
accountability.
am
Stand up.
centered in reality. Do you understand?
So
I want top 4. I've told you from the very beginning.
Listen.
I want top
Arsenal-
4.
you ain't got no
Last
backbone.
week you
So
said
every
we ain't
single
played no
person,
top teams yet.
every single
Last
person.
week you said
one
we
second.
ain't been challenged yet.
1 second.
Now
So
you're
every
telling me
single,
I should be delusional.
so every single person that's been in your,
Fada.
every single person that's been in your position would have won it, and you don't want
You're
to
not
hold
getting
yourself
on
to
me.
those
Sorry, I
standards.
just want top 4. That's all.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm keeping my expectations like centered in reality, sir. Top 4. And just above you guys.
And also, most teams didn't have Man City breathing on their neck.
Well,
Exactly.
I like that we're in this conversation now, though, to be honest. If you're telling us we should be aiming for that first spot, brother, you rate us slightly. It's out. So gone. You rate us too much.
I've said all
see it.
You can check my tweets. I've said all season I rate Arsenal. You look like a proper outfit.
All
yeah,
right.
you look good this season,
But
man.
we're going to drop down to 5th or 6th, in your opinion.
When the wheels fall off, man.
Exactly.
When the wheels fall
Anyway,
off,
we
man.
can move on,
Life comes at you fast, man. I'm getting out of this. I'm done with this segment. I don't even care about boxing. I don't give a fuck about this boxing. We are. Let's get into done it here, man. Fuck this shit, man.
The pieces of news that Marks had to deliver. And you just said, nah, not today. Everyone's done. All right, well, I guess, okay.
Everyone's done. Anyway, coming to the end of a great show, guys.
Actually, you called off the show because your feelings.
I can't even concentrate. All right, cool. Let's get back in the car. Let's focus. All right, cool. Who's going to be done at air this week? Look, you see me, you know me. I'm a champion of women and a protector, and always calling out their abusers and people that want to do misconduct and these things. You know what I'm trying to say? So obviously, any trigger warnings, abuse and these things, I always call them out. You get me? I always tell the truth, shame the devil, put them on blast. That's my thing. You get me? But today it's a bit of a flip. You get what I'm trying to say? Because the person in question, the offender in question, the abuser in question is not a man today. It is a woman. Yes, a female teacher. A female teacher, 36, has been jailed for 8 months for having an affair with her student behind her husband's back. Is facing being banned from her possession. So from her profession. So Amy Jones is a 36-year-old teacher, and I don't understand if she's been caught and she got guilty. Now I don't understand what the guidelines for this for, because how come she only got 18 months? It's saying she it was engaged in sexual activity with a female student, with a girl, and it says with a girl aged between 13 and 17. Now this is confusing me a bit, the way they've put it, because I'm saying, are you telling me that that's how long the relationship took place for? Are you telling me?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Or are you telling me she's the age between 13 and 17? I've read it through and it's not giving me any more information on it.
Because basically, because she's younger than 18, I think they can't really give too much details. So they're kind of just giving you a gap. So basically, anyone who knows the teacher in the school can't easily identify who the kid is.
Okay then. Okay, cool. Well, that's changed it, because I was reading it. I was trying to get more information on it. And I'm saying, you keep telling me this, like between 13 and 17. Like, what was that? How long the relationship was? But actually, it was a 15-month relationship.
Wow, yeah.
There you go. So you're right then. They just can't. They can't
disclose
too much information. So in age range, so she's probably 15.
The average.
Yeah, so I just don't know what gets into these teachers' heads. Like, they're sick. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and again, when you've got a duty of care to be taking care of people, like, that's what you should be doing. This is just an abusing power. You get me? And I just don't understand why you'd be looking at your students or like your your students and that as like love interests. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially when you got a whole husband and a whole family. And you are doing stupid things. They're walking around parks holding hands. Then they went to kissing. Then they're saying that they was in the back of the car where they embraced each other, where they've both been naked from the waist up, so like just topless, hugging. I don't know if they've done anything else more than that. A lot of texting and stuff like that. Basically, she was texting after work and thing. Her husband found out. Questioned it. I think she even tried to get the school to lie for her, to say that there's like some porny teaching assistant, TA. That's who it was with. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not sure. I don't think they complied with it. And then when the husband found out what was really going on, the good man reported her, man.
Yeah, he did. They definitely good for that.
Yeah, he reported her, man. He told them, man. Told you, man. You got to shame the devil, man. This is wrong. And yeah, I just need to highlight it, because it's not always men it's not always men doing the fuckeries. You get me? Some of these women out here are predators as well, and I just don't understand the mindset behind all this. So you got a good career, you got a husband who clearly loves you and these things, and you just ruin your family and that for someone that's. It's not even like it's some crazy love story or something like that. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? That because once it blows up, there's no ties to it. It just happened. You get what I'm trying to say? That he'll tell you to just go your own separate ways for just a bit of fun. If you wanted that, you could have went anywhere. You could have went out into the streets and done anything. But like, you're a faculty member and it's someone that you see every day. It's a minor. You're just taking advantage and just grooming. It's just it's just disgusting, to be totally honest with you. And
I think she only just got 18 months.
She got 8 months. I was gonna say, do you think 8 months is enough though?
8 or 18?
8 months.
She got 8 months
In jail?
Yeah,
That's it?
Yeah.
I even thought it was 18 and I was like, that's not even good. That's not good enough.
No, I don't think 8 months is.
I think maybe because it wasn't, but it wasn't like penetrative sex. So nothing would be classed as rape. Maybe that's probably why.
But still, would it be statutory rape anyway for the age?
She's underage, no?
Yeah, it would be, but I don't think because it wasn't that. That's probably why she's got 8 months. Maybe it's just a thing of maybe they were just talking and yeah. Do you get is what I'm saying making sense?
Yeah, no, I hear you, but I think
It's not long enough though.
Yeah, no, I think we need to look into these guidelines for these crimes, especially like when it comes to rape and stuff like that. There's always discrepancies with what people should be getting and stuff like that. But there should be like a minimum. There should be like a minimum of some set amount of years for you doing this, like, because 8 months is ridiculous. And initially, I don't even think she was going to lose her teaching license. I think that they're coming to get her for it now. But initially, when it all happened, she just got the sentence or
They
something
didn't
like
risk
this.
it at school then, because that's wild. How many more of a cover-ups are they doing? Because that's wild. You should definitely lose your teaching, your job.
You shouldn't be able to teach again.
Yeah, because and you should not be able to be around kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's going to lose it. She's facing the misconduct proceedings now. And if they got any sense in their head, she definitely loses it. But I just don't know why it wasn't dealt with at this, like, all at the same time kind of thing. I don't know if they're not taking it. I don't know what the situation is. But again, I just think the guidelines need to be reviewed for these kind of things because these people don't get long enough in jail. I just don't think it's enough of a deterrent. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Someone in the chat saying basically that she thinks the sentence indicates the child's probably over the age of 16 when it started.
Do you think?
Maybe that's why she only got 8 months. Who knows?
Well, her name's Amy Jones. She's a piece of shit. Yeah, she's definitely a predator, man. She's had a day in court. She didn't get long enough, if you ask me, but
Definitely didn't.
I don't know, man. We need to do a referendum or
I don't think she's
something.
even going to be on a sex offenders list.
Are you sure?
No, she should do. Yeah.
Because it's all weird. It seems very lenient. It seems very like, okay.
Yeah, that,
Don't do that again.
Like,
Do you
I
know
read
what's
it through.
even annoying me? Reading the article and reading that, oh, she's meek and mild and timid. It's like, fuck off.
Mate,
Yeah, no.
it's not, yeah.
Yeah, just reading it. It doesn't sound like that they're just bringing hell on her, innit? It just sounds
No,
like
like she got a slap on her. In
It's
my
like she got
opinion,
caught.
it's like she got a slap on her wrist.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's basically like, it's out in public. You've put a bad light on the school, so we've got to look like we're doing something.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's silly.
Yeah, no, they got to deal with them. They got to deal with them better, and they've got to be. They got to be fair, man. Because if it was roles reversed and this was a man doing
Facts.
it,
Exactly.
it would, do you know what I'm trying to say? All hell would have broke loose. You know what I'm trying to say? That we got to do it, and we got to do it in the same. It's the same thing, man. You get
It's the
me?
same
A
thing,
predator's a predator.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's it, man. Amy Jones, man. The done Out Ere, man. Sorry, bitch. So let's get into this. Let's get into this outro.
You're a character. Is that...
Lock off the.
Listen, could you imagine? Yeah, you got to be careful now because, boy, we can't have any more of
It's
those.
a couple of times, isn't it? All right, yeah, let's get to the outro. Bang!
That's my goodbye. There's your outro. But guys, as always, we appreciate you tuning into the show. Shout out to our live crew for always being there with the comments and like the video. So anyone who hasn't liked the video yet, like it before you step out of this. The videos do stay up if you're first day, you're a beginner here. The videos do stay up, so you can share it as well. Follow us on our social media platforms. The day after TNB, you definitely want to follow us. I say this all the time. Because if you followed us, you would not be in the comments throwing all sorts of surprise emojis that Gina's here, because you would have found out last night, like everybody else. But if you would like to send voice notes in and text in for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? Because there's 2 sisters now. It's 075.
Oh, sis, what would you do? Is back now.
Listen, in full effect.
Gonna get even worse news. I mean, advice, just worse advice. Now
You're a
now you got 2 of them.
You're actually a
He's
hater.
a big hater.
You're a hater.
It's gonna get crazy now.
Anyway,
See
it's gonna be lit.
how many lives you can ruin.
Wow.
You're actually a hater.
You're ridiculous. But the number is 075 6484 1073. Before we finish, Gina, how was your first day?
It was alright, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Enjoyed it? They're a good bunch, aren't they?
Yeah. Y'all are alright.
And just in the name of equality, not this week, but next week, we're gonna test. Bro, what would you do?
No, we're not.
No one cares.
No,
man.
we're not doing that.
Huh?
We're not doing that.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Brent.
No.
Why are you not?
Sorry, do you know what's mad?
I am learning that this is what you want to do on air.
Do you know what's wild here? Because, sorry, who does the readings here?
Yeah.
If you think you're going to put bro, what would you do this document? And I'm going to open my mouth and be like, it's bro, what would you do? You got another thing coming. You can do asking for a friend, because the men find their way into asking for a friend. No, let women enjoy things. Let's enjoy things. But no, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. If you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, email our team the day after at thenewblack.com. We're back here tomorrow, and have a great Monday, everybody.
Peace.
Ciao.